It is not RacerX Wednesday, as is evident. Today is obviously Sunday. I purposely waited to do my live until Sunday. I am leaving tomorrow for Sema, so hopefully we have a really good live session tonight. Like I said, I didn't really announce that I was going to do a live on Sunday, but I thought, you know what, I want to come to you guys live before I actually leave Tampa on my way to Vegas tomorrow. Do me a big favor, as you jump into the live tonight, please let me know that you are here. Hopefully you can hear me okay, and I want to answer as many comments as I can. So guys, let me know, chime in right now, and let me know that you can hear me all right. And I guess we'll get the live started. Yes, give me a thumbs up also, guys, as you jump into the live. If you're watching this live feed later on replay, no big deal. We will catch you on the next one. Hopefully you can at least enjoy the live stream on replay. So like I said, guys, let me know as you jump into the live, if you can hear me. Give me a shout so I know we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and put it up here on my computer, which is below me. A little bit different setup now. And like I said, the more thumbs up I get, the more people know that we are live tonight. I want to cover some things with you guys to let you guys know about what's actually happening at the Sema show coming up obviously next week. A lot of things to cover tonight. I have not been live with you guys in 2.5 weeks. So there's a lot to talk about. So my man Sovereign Knight jumping in. Everybody says good to go. Hopefully my audio is okay tonight, guys. Maybe a little bit of an echo. It's kind of a problem with this house I have here in Tampa. There's my man Aaron jumping in, Brian jumping in. So let me actually, I can see you guys here and here. Who else? William is here. Let me jump back up here. Fast Subi 82 is here. Good to see you guys in the live tonight. What is that? Mary D. Jenna Vlogs. I hope I got it right. But at any rate, let me see who else. Alex is in the house saying, what's up, RacerX? Like I said, my man Aaron. So I have a couple of mods on the job already tonight, guys. So we are looking pretty strong. Did get a different little mount for the camera here. So hopefully it sits you guys up just a little bit higher so I can actually kind of put everything in a line here for you. I put out a lot of content since I talked to you guys last time. So I have a lot to talk to you guys about. Including what's going on with the 7th edition Dodge. Some of you guys watched my video that was out today. We'll talk a little bit about that. And I want to talk about some of the other content that I put out that I was a little bit puzzled by. So we're going to get to it here in just a second. There's my man Harold. Who else? Dan is in the house saying, how's it going? Michael Corley, another mod on the job tonight. Good to see you guys in tonight. Look at my man, the real New York. Haven't seen him in a while. Let's see here. Salute. Take me to Sema with you. Well, man, I hope you can make it. If you can't, that is okay. Egyptian Wolf God is here. Who else do we see? Alex is in the house. Did you see the Hellcat Durango ran a 9-second quarter mile? I have not. That is cooking. Gemini 1989 is good to go. Isus is here. Let's see, Chris Hager saying, what's up? I'm just trying to look back. Smash the like button, says the real New York. Yeah, how many likes? We have, what, 22? That's it? Come on, guys. Help me get the likes up. I really appreciate it. It only takes a second, and we will get the live really going. I have a whole page of notes to cover with you guys here. Here's my man Sovereign Knight saying, hit the thumbs up for me. Yes, absolutely. Let me jump down and see who else I've got in. I wanted to start jumping into some of the content I have because I want to get your opinion on some things. Confused about a lot of stuff going on right now. So I'm going to kind of have a little bit of a, not necessarily like a vent session, so to speak, but I do have a lot to kind of talk to you guys about. So let me jump down and see who else that I have not said hi to yet. Let's see, London saying, let's see, hey Chad, I ordered my 23 Scat Pack, heads up, the driver convenience package is now wrapped into the Premium Plus package. Well, that is good to know. So let's see, my man Greg Anderson is in the house as well saying hit that like button. Absolutely. Peter's in the house. Let's see here. J. Ortiz, RacerX, how about them Cowboys? Yes, the Cowboys. I was actually watching that. I was out all day today. I went to watch that game on replay, and the stupid TV gave me the score immediately, which is really frustrating. So I already knew the score before he put the stupid game on replay. Just whatever. YouTube TV, right? So what can you do? Who else do we get here? Robert is the Mustang going electric. Well, they do have the Mach-E Mustang, but no, the Mustang is not going electric. They have all sorts of fun things planned for the Mustang. And a lot of people are pretty excited about that new Mustang GT, certainly the Dark Horse, and quite possibly a 7.3 liter Godzilla with turbos. They've even rumored Ford is getting it done. They're kind of the name of the game when it comes to V8s coming into 2024. So we'll talk about that a little bit as well. Michael saying, took your advice on the custom exhaust from Kenny's, got the Street Demon XL on my RT. It looks and sounds great. Yes, that is a great system. I'm sure Kirk did a good job on that. His guys were really good, and yeah, they do great work over there. So I'm glad that you actually went that route. I'm glad you like the sound of it. R. Hill saying, good evening, sir. Stephen, I fought back against the dealer regarding a Mach 1, saying no way I'd pay over MSRP, and they dropped their markup and got it at MSRP. Good for you, my friend. I love to hear that. You know, you gotta stand up, and you know, you got to be willing to walk away. That's the truth of it. You know, if I don't agree with it, and I'm not willing to pay it, I don't think you guys should pay it either. But some guys are suckers. They don't care. It is what it is. But I'm glad that you got yours at MSRP. You stuck to your guns. Good for you, my friend. I love to hear that. Let's see here. Who else we got in here? Robert saying that's amazing. Peter saying just upgraded from my 2010 RT to a 17 Hellcat. That's a nice upgrade. Let's see here. Contusion Blue, very nice. Let's see. R. Jalamo saying first time going live, and it is awesome. I appreciate you guys' support. Let's see here. Steve Sable 1, after 8 months, my 22 Charger Hellcat is finally scheduled for November 11th. Build date. Was getting worried. Two things. One, congrats on that. And two, if it gets delayed more, don't be surprised. I'll just put it that way. But I don't want to be a naysayer. Let's hope that they get it built for you. I know they're trying to get a lot of those bottlenecks and a lot of those older orders kind of completed before they start pushing out all the special editions and all the 23 orders. So hopefully they get a lot of those filled and they don't drop a lot of them. So yeah, that's great. Keep us posted on how that's coming. Do hit a thumbs up for me, guys, on your way in. We've got, it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be a crazy live tonight, but I do have some interesting things to talk about. I want to go ahead. You guys are, I think I got to a lot of folks on the comment section. So let me go ahead and start kind of jumping into a couple of things. Now, I've been putting out a lot of content, obviously, on Dodge stuff. First thing I want to address with you guys is, like, people have been asking, hey, look, RacerX, why are you not doing any racing? Well, there's a couple of reasons. I may have covered it on my other live, but I will just touch on it again. Obviously, I got to get brand new tires for my car. I need new rears and new fronts. And I've got a product I'm trying to get scheduled to get put in my car. It is a nightmare trying to get things scheduled right now, guys. We are getting into the race season, and I really want to get out to the track to see what that thing will do, but I need to get this other thing put in the car, and I want to activate the two-step on the car because I really want that car to show a little bit more what it's capable of. The 60-foot has been awful in that car, and I want to have that car firing on all cylinders. Plus, I got to get brand new tires for it, so I've got some things to do before I can take it to the track. I still want to get it out. I'm still obviously a drag racer. I've never been to Bradenton Motorsports Park yet. Apparently, it's very nice. It's not brand new, but they just refreshed it. Supposedly, it's great. So I will most definitely be trying to give you guys more track content here coming up very soon. Now, that being said, I have been talking at length about for example, today, did you guys watch my video that I put out today about the special edition, the 7th edition Hellcat, right? They were going to give it to us at Sema, Tim said, and then they decided not to, which sucks because obviously I am going to be at Sema, so we'll talk about that here in a minute, but we're not going to see it. So what will we see from Dodge? Nobody really knows. One thing is for sure, you guys will be getting a butt ton of content from me over the course of the next like 5 days. So Sovereign Knight with the, yes, there's my latest video. There's a link to it, Sovereign Knight, my man, putting it up there for me. But that's the truth of it. That video is getting some traction, but the 7th edition Hellcat, guys, it is basically not going to be attainable by really anybody. The whole thing is, based on what I've heard, is that it's going to be a pretty special car. Some people have rumored it's going to be a single turbo. I don't really think that's the direction they're going to go. Some people think it's going to be an electric supercharger on it. Either way, it's going to be the most powerful Hellcat ever made. And I think it's going to be pretty awesome. As Tim said, it's destined for the history books. The big catch, unless you owned a Demon, you aren't even considered eligible to buy one. And those of you that have followed my channel for a while, I mentioned this on today's video, I got hooped on my Demon by the dealership. And I never got it. Just like I've been hooped about 6 other times by the dealership, reasons I don't have some of the other cars for the channel that I tried to get. It's maddening trying to be an influencer, especially an automotive influencer this day and age with everything that's going on with the dealer markups, how astronomically expensive everything has gotten. It's almost impossible. And you watch I'm watching all these other channels, guys. I do audits all the time on my channel. Everybody's really having a hard time right now, except for maybe some of the really big, the Stradman type channels, maybe Street Speed, and where they just got tons of money and they've got a huge advantage. But I mean, it's really hard to get a car to make really unique and new content right now because the prices are crazy. The dealerships aren't letting you get them. A lot of times you get your order pushed back, as many of you guys know. We just heard several other comments about their orders got pushed back, and it's really tough. It has become very, very difficult to be an influencer and give you guys fresh new content. With as many times as I've tried to get new vehicles for you guys for the channel, something always seems to happen. So I'm still trying. I still have things in the works, guys. I put polls out all the time, and you guys give me your opinions about what you think I should do on the channel. All of it goes right here. I do have a plan, as I mentioned on my last live, for a special build that is not going away. Matter of fact, we're getting a little closer to maybe being able to do something on that, so I can't wait to maybe bring you guys something here in the near future. So stick with me on that. So there's a lot really going on right now, but it's hard to be an influencer. So think about it. If you want one of those cars, even if you're a millionaire and you've got all this extra money, unless you owned a Demon, somehow got a hold of one, you can't buy one. And then you have to win some sort of a raffle. So if you own a Demon, they put your name into the hat, and unless you get drawn, you're not even in the running to buy one. You can't even be considered as a guy who might get to buy one. That's what I've heard. This is coming directly from folks at Dodge. So I'm kind of taken back by that whole thing. It sucks. And then they're not going to build very many of them on top of that. So the other thing I will mention is that you guys have been sending me messages on Instagram about these last call Hellcats and Scat Packs. I've been seeing these insane numbers that these dealers are throwing at people. It is just a shame. I actually called around to a couple of dealerships yesterday, one of which told me that if I want the King Daytona, that it's mine for $100 grand over MSRP. What? I'm not the dude. Like, I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, that's insulting. That is more than insulting. And the fact that anybody would be willing to pay for a jailbreak, essentially, I don't care if it's a special edition, they're only making 300 of them or not. It's a jailbreak, guys. So what, you're going to pay $200,000 for a Charger jailbreak? I mean, come on. Even the Scat Packs, somebody sent me a thing the other day for the Super Bee. That seems to be one that people really kind of like, is that Super Bee. The Swinger Edition is the one everybody's like, no thank you very much. But the other ones seem to be a little more appealing. A lot of people are making a play for the Black Ghost. We're seeing the same kind of markups on that. Dealers are throwing insulting markups on top of these cars, guys. It is an absolute joke. What's my man Sarver Knight? 5 for the live. Thank you, everybody, for getting RacerX to nearly 160. You're the best. Thank you, buddy, for the super chat. My man Sarver Knight is always a big supporter of my channel, so thank you, buddy. And yes, he's absolutely right. We're almost at 160,000 subscribers. So yeah, I could not do it without you guys, as you know. So thank you all very, very much. And to my mods, once again, I don't thank you guys enough, but man, you guys are fantastic, so thank you for what you do as well. Yeah, but that's it, guys. We're seeing $40,000 over on Super Bee Scat Packs. That's reality. And you know, the worst part about it is, some moron is going to go pay it. I hope that doesn't happen, but for some odd reason, there seems to be that 0.01% of the population that they have so much money, they don't know what to do with it. And as long as those guys are out there, they're going to just kill the car market for everybody else. That's the truth of it. It is what it is. I don't know what else to say about it. It's kind of like when you go racing, right? There's always a guy with a faster car. It doesn't matter what you bring. If you bring a car with 12 turbos, there's a guy going to show up with 16. And, and then you put a jet engine on your car, somebody's going to show up with a bigger jet engine. It's like you cannot win. And when you've got people out there that just have more, and there's always going to be people with more money than you. It just is reality. Even if you're doing great, there's people with more money than you, and they will price you out of the market on things. That's, you guys have seen it happen to me time and time and time again, and that's the reality. So anyway, guys, it is a hard time to be a car enthusiast, and you know, the 7th edition, forget it. I mean, I'm going to talk to Dodge about that when I go up there to Sema. Like I said, I'm flying out tomorrow night. And I expect to be able to give you guys lots of very cool content. It's not just going to be Dodge content. I'm going to go see the guys at Ford. I'm going to go see the guys at Chevy. I'm going to talk to as many people as I can while I'm up there. But you can bet I will talk to Dodge. Following up on all the conversations we had when I was up there a couple of months ago for Speed Week and for Roadkill Nights. And I know a lot of their executives pulled out of the show because they are not going to give us that 7th special edition car. But they will still have some folks out there that I'm familiar with, so I'm going to talk to them. If there's any way I can get you guys something very unique and special, you know that I'm going to do it. But I am running into roadblock after roadblock here, guys. It's really tough. I want to be able to give you guys a very unique look at some very special cars and be one of the few kind of select folks that can show you that content and be objective about it. And but they're making it really tough. So anyway, guys. Do me a big favor. If you guys know of, if you guys have a beat, some of you guys have been sending me messages. Hey, RacerX, this dealership's not doing markups, call them. I love that. Thank you guys very much for doing that sort of thing, because it helps me. Hey, you never know. I might go, hey, look, hey, this is awesome. And because a lot of people have reached out and said, man, I really want to see you buy this car. I really hope you get this. And I love that. Thank you guys so much for that, and continue to support me in that way. I like getting your messages and your help on Instagram, whether it's video ideas, whether you're telling me where cars are. You guys are showing me some of the insane markups. You guys give me all these great articles and stuff too, and you guys help keep me in the loop sometimes, and then I put videos out about it, so I couldn't do it without you guys. So continue to help me with that. I really do appreciate that. It means a lot to me, and this is why I try to do these things at like Sema and stuff, because I want to be one of the first people to show you guys some of the stuff that I think is cool. And man, I'm hoping I can make like a dozen videos over the course of 3 days while I'm there. I do want to mention really quick, if you're going to be there, I will be at the MagnaFlow booth. I'll be all over the place. You guys might see me. If you're at SEMA, you might see me just walking around. I'll be out there saying hi to everybody. I will mention this. If you see me, please don't hesitate. I've had people time and time again say, hey, look, RacerX, I saw you out. I was so excited, but then I was scared to come up to you. I didn't want to bother you. And I'm like, dude, those of you that know me, please, I'm just a car guy. Come up, come talk to me, come say hi, come take a picture with me. I'm going to be signing autographs and pictures while I'm up there at 3 o'clock on Thursday. That's the 3rd. I will be in the MagnaFlow booth. I'll have it basically to myself. That's the time they've set aside for me. There are going to be a lot of celebrities. I'm kind of a small fry. I mean, compared to a lot of people they're going to have. TJ Hunt. They're going to have Kevin Hart. I mean, like names like that. Mario Andretti. Huge names. And then they've got a bunch of other, big YouTubers that are going to be there. Those of you that know the show like Fast and Loud, Aaron Kaufman, he's going to be there the same day as me, in the same booth as me. So like there's a lot of star car. Leah Pruitt, formerly Leah Pritchett, who took the Demon down to a 965. Obviously, she's going to be there. The list goes on and on. I think they've got Goldberg there. There's a bunch of people that are going to be in that booth. So let's see, where are you staying while you're there? Guys, I'm staying at the Circus because it's close. It may not be the nicest hotel, but you know what? That's okay. I'm not there really. I'm not going to be in the room hardly at all anyway. We're going to be working out there, and I'm going to be saying hi to people, getting content for you guys. I'm going to be trying to do some lives too. If there's an opportunity for me to give you guys some lives, pay attention to my channel very closely for the next couple of days, guys, because please interview Leah. If I can, guys, I will. I should have some access to a lot of different people while I'm here. I've got full access, just like I had at Roadkill Nights when I was right in between the cars when they were racing each other. I had the best access of anybody on the planet to that event. This MagnaFlow event, there won't be anybody out there with better access than me. A lot of people will have the same access as me, but I will have basically full access to just about everything at the show. And so I hope to be able to bring you guys some neat stuff. I'm bummed about the 7th edition Hellcat, but who knows? Maybe they will surprise us I know Direct Connection will have a big presence up there. I'll be interested to see maybe some other stuff, not only from Dodge, but from some of the other manufacturers as well. I think there's going to be some neat things based on what I've heard. It should be a lot of fun, guys. So if I get an opportunity to do like a live unveiling, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring it to you guys live. So pay very close attention to my channel. I don't even know. I might just be like, hey, look, this is happening at 6 o'clock tonight. Be here. We're going to unveil something. I might just post a live up and say, guys, here's this thing. It's coming out live. So anyway, Aaron, thank you for the super chat again, buddy. I really appreciate it. So that's what's going on. I will definitely be talking to the executives at several of the big American manufacturing companies to try and get some more information for you guys. So the more content I can bring you, you know me, guys. I'm going to try and be as factual as I can. If I know it's not true or I'm not entirely certain about it, I try not to just put it out there and kind of create more rumors than it's worth. You know, and most of the Dodge stuff that I put out there is with fairly good knowledge of kind of what's going on. Now, that doesn't mean it isn't subject to change, because Dodge has been changing their mind on a lot of stuff lately. But I will try and get you guys some very unique behind the scenes looks at things. But you got to stay with me on the channel. Make sure you share my videos, and let's hope that we have a really great showing at SEMA. Let's see here. What else? I'm going to jump. I got more stuff to talk to you guys about, but I want to see. I've been missing a lot of comments, so let me kind of jump back in. Yeah, wow, I'm missing a lot. Demo Democrat. I got mine ordered already, but is anyone else having trouble pulling up the horsepower locator? My horsepower locator, when I pulled it up, is actually working quite well. Matter of fact, the horsepower locator I think is pretty cool. A couple of big drawbacks. One is dealerships are basically gobbling up all of their allocations and putting orders in already, and they're not allowing customers to put in orders because they know if they order it for themselves and it comes on the lot, that they won't be under as much pressure to sell it at MSRP, and they can mark it up. That's what a lot of dealers are doing right now, and I knew that was going to happen. And that is just a terrible shame. And so much where, you know, people have told me, hey, RacerX, I called this dealership in Virginia, and it says they have this many, and the horsepower locator is supposed to be up to date. And then they tell me, oh, I can't order any of those because they ordered them for the dealership already. That's not how that was supposed to work. That's not how Dodge intended that to work. So guys, I hate to say this, you know, because I do a lot of content at some of the dealerships. I try to only work with dealerships that I know are good dealerships, because there are some out there, and there are also some that aren't so good. But that's frustrating. That is frustrating that, you know, Dodge did not intend for us to have to, you know, wait on these to come in, have the dealership spec them out, because that's not how these last call things were supposed to be done. And I wish Dodge could do more about it, but what's happening is they're putting in like fake names and stuff like that. I've heard about all of it. And then it's hard for Dodge to be able to tell, is that really for a customer, or is that the dealership pulling some shenanigans? The dealership model sucks, guys. I think a lot of people are getting just fed up with it. So I do have more to talk about on that. Obviously, you've got that petition out there, so I'll bring that up here in a minute. So let me grab some more comments. Oh, let's see. Thomas, imagine a Dodge Charger 3-liter inline 6 turbo hybrid. That might be a thing of reality. Like I said, I still want to see them put a hopped up Hurricane engine into like a Charger. But as we know, the L cars are going to go away. That design, I mean, they're going to collapse that design. So I would love to see Dodge come out with something. You know what would be really cool is if we went up there to SEMA and they surprised everybody. Like they knew that Speed Week fell straight on its face. About 80% of people didn't like what they put out. I'm not saying that I'm included in that, but a lot of people were just very disappointed with all the hype, and they felt like they were let down with what Dodge showed us at Speed Week. It'd be cool if they redeemed themselves and showed us something really cool at SEMA. The possibilities there, I've not heard anything, so it had to be very hush-hush, but who knows? I mean, a guy can hope, right? So speaking of that, before it's a little, I mean, this is way off in left field, but how many of you guys are playing the Powerball right now? Dude, it's over $1 billion. Good gracious. I'm like one of the unluckiest people alive. So I maintain if there was a reverse lottery where if you won it, you'd have to pay in like 500 million, I'd probably won it like 2-3 times. I don't know why I even bother to play. But anyway, you don't win if you don't play. So, man, it's hard not to just go out and say, throw 10 bucks at it and say, who knows, I could win $1 billion. So I don't know. Maybe it's most of the time, well, pretty much all the time, it's a huge waste of money. So don't go out and spend a lot of money, guys. You most likely are not going to win squat, but at least it gives yourself a chance. That's my theory is go throw 10 bucks at it or something. You just never know. But anyway, I see I'm busy losing my ass of the NFL season. Aaron's playing the fantasy football. I quit doing that a while ago too, because every time I play fantasy football, like 8 of my 9 guys break their leg for the season in the same game on the same week. I quit. I just I'm not a lucky person, guys. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. So anyway, let me look here. What's Damien say? He says, let's see, the same thing is the same thing to save that much for all the subscribers on YouTube videos on the next week. I'm trying to understand what he means by that. Let's see here. Soccer Knights is down to earth. Dodge SRT Hellcat wide body for the next one. Okay, let's see here. Catherine Griffin says, hey there, finally got you on the live. I'm glad you were able to join us tonight, Catherine. Thank you for being here. Our Jealous Bee says, sounds like it's going to be a blast. Well, I certainly hope so. This is the first time you guys have seen me do a SEMA event, so I'm kind of hoping for the best. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. I'm going to try my best. I mean, this isn't going to be just a vacation for me, guys. This is going to be a work trip. I really do want to make the most out of these days I'm spending at SEMA. And like I said, I'm really hoping that I get to see some of you guys there. So please make a point, if anything, try to make a point if you guys get to go to SEMA to be there on Thursday, 3 o'clock, MagnaFlow booth. That is my time to have their booth kind of commandeered for myself. It's one of the best and biggest booths they have at the show, really. So yeah, that's where I'll be, guys. Come track me down. Come say hi. I've got pictures I'll sign for people. I'm just looking forward to meeting everybody. So let's see here. Ray Brett with the super chat. Thank you very much, Ray. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support on the channel. He's got the little little bird saying hi. So let's jump around a little bit. I'm going to just, guys, I always jump around with the comments, and then I'm going to jump back into some other things I want to talk about. Let me look here. Who else have I known? Hey, there's Becky. Haven't seen Becky in a while. My dealership said they don't do markups, but they are getting into the limited models. I've heard that as well. That seems to be kind of a common thing right now, is that a lot of the dealerships that don't do the markups aren't getting any of the special editions, and that is a huge bummer. So. Let's see, Juan saying, thinking we can throw $10 in the slot machines while you're there. Thanks for the great content. Juan, I will do that just for you, my friend. I really appreciate it. And, you know, who knows, maybe I'll get a night out there to spend just a few minutes at the casino when I'm not editing or filming. So we'll see. I won't spend, as I mentioned, I am not a very lucky person. But, you know, I'll spend just like maybe a little here and there knowing that it's probably going to be lost. And then if whatever happens, happens, right? So, but thank you for that, and I'll see what I can do. Let's see, Ferdovs. I'm going to work on this name. Let me see if I can get it. So, Ferdovs Yudashev. It's got to be close, I hope. He says, let's see, is it only the special edition Challengers that will have the insane dealer markups? Are the base stock Challengers safe from these? No, nobody is safe from markups, to be honest. So I actually called around looking for another model that was not a special edition. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, but those are being marked up a lot as well. So now the higher you go up in trim level. So I've even seen RTs at $15,000 over, which is asinine. I mean, guys, who would pay that? But they're asking it. Anyway, then you jump up to the scat packs and you start to see markups on scat packs. But then when you get up to the Hellcat, the Red Eye, the Jailbreak, all that stuff, you start to see markups on all of them. Now the special editions, because they're even more limited, might be marked up even further. The fact that, like I said, I've always maintained dealerships should not be able to do this, but they do. I'm trying to stop it. Matter of fact, this is a good segue. So first of all, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Great question. And then, so the petition. I put out a video about the Federal Trade Commission. So apparently the Federal Trade Commission already knew it was a problem long before I came out and been so outspoken about it. They actually had a rule in place right now that they're trying to get implemented. What I need everybody to do is go and actually put in, like when you guys see these massive markups and it's unfair, go to the Federal Trade Commission's website and actually make a claim, make a report about it. Right? It doesn't take very long and it's free. And believe it or not, the more of those they get, then the better chance they have of being successful. So yes, they added my petition to their, their database or whatever else. I don't know how much good that's doing. I'm not stopping with the Federal Trade Commission. I need everybody's help. I'm still, my petition has slowed way down, guys. I'm stalled at like 46,000 signatures. And I really at least want to get it pushed over 50. I feel like that gives me a lot of leverage. That's a good number, but I need everybody to continue to share that petition. You guys can find it. Matter of fact, I'm sure my man Sovereign Knight, well, he's actually got it up there already. He got the YouTube video up there, but yes, there's the petition. So he put it up there for you guys. If you guys want to go sign it, you guys know anybody that feels the same way you do. If you feel like these dealerships are just kind of taking advantage, yes, I know there's fewer vehicles, but should they be able to put a sticker price on something, put it out there for the world to see, dangle it like a carrot, say, oh, by the way, we won't sell it to you for that. It's just the practice, guys. We're basically the only country in the world where that's not illegal. That's the truth. It is what it is. So the fact that they get away with it and then stand by it like it's okay, to me, is just a joke. Oh, well, it's fair market value. Like, well, then don't put a price on it, guys. Manufacturers, don't put a price on it, and then I won't, then fine. It is what it is. It's a free-for-all. But as long as they continue to put prices on vehicles, they should have to honor it. It's simple, guys. It's the easiest thing in the world. I mean, it's you don't tease somebody with a price and then allow your third-party people to not sell it at that price. It's ridiculous. And I hope the Federal Trade Commission has some luck with it. But I'm also trying to talk to some state officials. There are different things. We have to keep the momentum. Ford has taken a huge step, guys. Ford is already, they're trying to have more control over the price. Remember, guys, here's the biggest thing. And the people that argue for the dealerships, those guys crack me up. Here's why. And they say, well, the dealerships the manufacturers are bound to the dealerships. They have to do business with. No, they don't. There's no rule whatsoever that says, that Ford has to sell their vehicles to specific dealerships at certain prices or whatever else. The manufacturers have all the control, because the truth is that manufacturers could open up their own independent retail shops. They could open up their own service centers. And I wouldn't be surprised to see that go that direction, just like Tesla's done. It's hard to do, but if we keep having all the shenanigans that's happening and the dealerships keep ignoring what the manufacturers ask, I wouldn't be surprised, because the manufacturers know it's a problem. The thing is, they don't have to sell. They don't have to sell any vehicles to these dealerships. They don't. Like, if Ford decides, you know what, we don't like that dealership, they're shady, we get a million complaints on them, they can just, literally, they don't have to sell to them. It's their decision who they want to sell to. So, anyway, but I think that, let's see here, unless they buy out every contract with every dealer. Read into the contract. I challenge you to read into the contract. Let me know what that contract says. I'd love to hear it, because I talked to the FTC about what those say. So I think it's interesting that people have that argument, but they don't know what they're talking about when they say that, because the contract itself doesn't say that they are mandatory, that it's mandatory that they sell XYZ units to that dealership for this price. The manufacturer has a lot more power than people realize, and I'll leave it at that. So and ask me, because I've done the research on it. So people want to claim, things like franchise laws and stuff. No, they don't necessarily apply, because I talked to the FTC. I talked to a senior agent at the FTC. Anyway, I'm not going to go into a whole lot. That's not what this live was about. But I love the argument there, because it really doesn't hold water if you read the contract that the manufacturers have with the dealerships. And it does vary a little bit by state as well. So it's a little bit stickier in some states than it is in others. But the truth is that if you read what the FTC is trying to do, it might make a little more sense. But you got to read it in depth. So anyway, let's see here. What else did we get here? Let's see here. CB Turbo 72. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. You literally don't. Sorry. Let me go ahead and see what else we've got here. Who else do we have here? Ray says, whatever happened to the CUDA? Barracuda trademarks and rumors. Guess we'll never get that, but get that either. I don't know. You know, they talked about the CUDA. They did say that they, I think they actually put that name on lockdown. I think they're doing that maybe for something in the future on the CUDA. I'd be really interested to kind of figure out what their plans are for that name. Obviously, I think they just wanted to have it in their back pocket in case they wanted to use it later. So anyway, man, Drag Van jumping in as well. An EV CUDA, it very well may be an EV. I would love to see kind of a hybridized CUDA, but I think, a lot of people would say, look, that's no good because they just wanted to have that muscle flare. Let me ask you guys something really quick. And this is something, I'll jump back into some other content here in just a minute. I have a lot of other things I want to talk about, but I was talking to several people. So you guys heard the sound on the Banshee. A lot of people said it sounded like a hairdryer. It sounded like an electronic appliance of some sort, right? So did you hate the way that it sounded, or would you have rather, give me an A or B here, would you have rather it sounded like a big burbly V8 with a bunch of crackles, a bunch of pops, all of that stuff? Would you rather have it be dead silent like a Tesla, or would you rather have it sound the way that it did, right? Would you rather have it have that kind of very unique sound that really nobody's ever heard before? I mean, it's not, guys, I heard it in person. It's not a hairdryer, but I get what you're saying. But would it have been better if they just tried to make it sound like a really nasty cammed V8 with burbles and pops and all that kind of stuff? Or should they have just left it alone and have it make no sound at all? You guys tell me what you think. As a matter of fact, I should probably put out a poll about that and see what the greater audience thinks about that. So anyway, well, of course, yeah, the sound is fake. I agree. But I mean, so you guys tell me, would you rather have had it been dead silent? Would you, like I said, would you rather have had it sound like a big burbly V8, like what you're used to, the sound that you just grew up loving, or this brand new thing, they didn't want to make it sound like a V8 on purpose because they wanted to have its own identity? That's what Dodge says. Change is difficult. Yes, I'm watching your comments come across, guys. So I fully agree. Change is very difficult. So anyway, let's see, should sound like the Jetsons spaceship. I'm loving the comments coming across here, guys. Let's see, it's not an ICE engine, so it should not sound like one. See, so that's a unique perspective there. I mean, that's kind of what Dodge thought, but not crazy about the sound. I mean, the truth of the matter is it didn't matter what they made it sound like, people were gonna hate it. That's my opinion. So a nasty V8 pop-in, I think that would have been something more people could relate to a degree if it sounded like the sound's fake, it is what it is. But, should they have just left it dead silent? Or, is the noise better? Because they say it adds to the visceral experience. I kind of do agree. Noise in general is kind of what we like, but is it the right kind of noise? Didn't hate the sound, the fact that it sounds cool, however it didn't sound, I couldn't quite catch the whole comment. Let's see here. That would be, preferred the sound more like a V10 Viper. So a lot of people didn't like the sound of the Viper, but some people love it. It's kind of, that one's sort of a love or hate, but traditionally muscle car people love the sound of a big burbly V8. Should they have given it like a supercharged whine? See, that's what I mean. You guys see the answers are all over the board here. And that was Dodge's difficulty, is no matter what they made it sound like, people were gonna hate it. Literally. There was no winning this at all, because as somebody just mentioned, change is very difficult. So if I was the guy sitting in the boardroom being what can we do, that we've been told we have to make an EV, we have to do this, that we don't have a choice. So how can we make it unique, right? I told you guys about that, what Dodge actually did. They got in a room of people and they tried to figure out the right way to handle this. Rin, I'm not even going to repeat it. The sound is fine with me. So some people like the sound. A lot of people hate the sound. But would you have liked it better if they made it a V8, or would it have been a poser? How do you win that? How do you win that conversation? I mean, I want to hear your take. You're the executive sitting in that boardroom, and you're told you have to make an EV. You know, try to make it as fun as you can. What do you do? And don't put it in the garbage, because that's not an option. So you guys tell me, like, what do you do? Where do you go? What sound do you put with it? Do you not put any sound at all? How do you win this argument? Let's see. Remember Dodge innovating with the MC Force. This is Dodge being Dodge. It is. Dodge has always been known for just going outside the box, doing things different. And this is very different. And like I said, you know, change can really suck sometimes. Look at 3V Project jumping in with the super chat. What do you say? EV should have little to no sound. By the way, some car with ICE engines already add fake sound. He does bring up a really good point. There are some that actually have internal combustions. I know Beamer did that for a while. There are actually several that did that and actually added sound to the interior cabin, despite the fact that it had a internal combustion engine in it. So you're right, it's not new. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I really appreciate the support as always. Juan says we need to eventually accept it. Interesting. A lot of people won't. They just refuse. But I think a lot of people will, and that's what Dodge is counting on. I think Dodge is just counting on hopefully people will come around over time. That's why they showed us the Banshee so early, guys. Keep in mind, that car is still more than a year from production. So, well over a year. I would guess more like a year and a half. It was my guess, based on everything I know, everything I've seen. So, the Blackhawk, says London. Yes, you're right, London. That's correct. Let's see here. CB Turbo 72 Dodge should have introduced the actual car at Speed Week. The only sound they would have needed was four wheels burning out. Well, you know what? Maybe that's true. One of the things I love, and I've always loved about the cars I've driven, the fast cars I've driven, is when you are, I like to just turn the radio off sometimes and just listen to the car, put the windows down, and just listen to that nasty V8. Listen, like right now, listen to the turbos, just go crazy under there, making all that sound. Obviously, when I had the Hellcat, listening to that insane whine coming from underneath the hood on that thing. And even the naturally aspirated cars, guys, the cam. I mean, there's so many wonderful sounds cars make. It can all be duplicated, but a lot of people say if it's synthetic, they don't want it. And so some people maybe just refuse to come around to it. And then some people, a lot of people are very worried about the drain it's going to have on like the power grid. I saw something on Instagram where they said, compared to like your dryer running, how much electricity does charging your car actually take? And someone, I saw it, somebody said it was like 100 times the amount of electricity to power your dryer is how much juice your car takes to charge it. That's a lot. So, in terms of the validity of that, I think obviously it would depend on the dryer, and there's a lot of variables, but that's kind of an interesting perspective on it, right? So anyway, it's just a lot, guys. There's a lot of different things we have to consider as car enthusiasts right now. And it's a tough one. Still hope for some hurricane-powered cars. Me too. I was kind of hoping to see that, because that engine's going to be very tunable. It's going to be very modern. The fuel injection is going to be awesome on it. But we'll see. So we'll give Dodge a chance. They are trying to soften like they are. It's just, the muscle car segment is a segment that is very slow to move. A lot of people are they're not going to change, and they don't want change. They like what they have, and I get that to a degree. So Dodge is going to be the last group to change. It's just, that's the demographic there. So guys, do me a big favor. We're 45 minutes in. Please hit thumbs up for me. I'd like to at least get maybe like to 150 tonight. That would be an awesome little milestone. So if you haven't hit thumbs up for me, I would really appreciate your help with that. Let's maybe grab a few more before we end our live. We still got a little ways, but I just want to kind of see if you guys could help me get to maybe 150 likes tonight. That would help me out a lot. Okay, so real quick, guys, I put out some other content. I'll get back to comments here in just a second. Seeing a lot of stuff come in here. So other content I've filmed. We talked about the government versus the dealers. There's some other stuff turning in the background as well. I can't go into it yet in terms of my petition that's out there. But if you don't agree with dealer markup, guys, go sign it. I mean, I feel like it is. I just feel like it is not right to advertise a price and not stand by it, regardless of whether you're selling it directly from the manufacturer or through a third party. It's not right. So anyway, there's that. Also, guys, what did you think about the Ram SRT10 Viper truck? I finally got that review out to you guys after all this time. Went down there to Furman Dodge, a bunch of nice guys there, and they let me borrow our SRT10 Viper truck. Love the truck. I love the whole concept of it. I've been calling for it for forever. I wish Dodge would re-release one of those trucks with a Hellcat engine in it. Not to be expected at this point, guys. Obviously, they only made that for 3 model years, and they only made like 10,000 units total of that. So I don't think that it just didn't do what they needed it to do. But I think the concept itself is pretty cool. Now, that was literally the sloppiest shifter I have ever felt in my entire life. It probably had like 8 inches of play side to side while it was in gear. It was just like finding a gear in that was like finding a needle in a haystack. But once you were in gear, the thing was awesome. So if I bought that truck, I would definitely have to do a shifter upgrade and make it a little easier to find the gears in it. But it was still a very cool truck and really in great shape. It's just a neat idea to think about a Viper engine in a small single cab pickup truck like that. What a wacky vehicle. So that was a neat little review that I've been trying to get done for you guys for a long time. Also, another video many of you Mopar owners might have really liked. Why do so many Mustangs crash? I tried to get to the bottom of that. Literally impossible to do. There's no stats that back up that Mustangs crash more often per vehicle. The truth is there are idiots behind the wheel of pretty much every type of car, and it's not more prevalent in a Mustang. Now, I did come to the conclusion that the Mustang, part of what may contribute to the Mustang having some issues is 2 things. One is its shorter wheelbase. Obviously, and before it had that live axle, right? So you had that short wheelbase with a live axle, a 235 tire. All of which could potentially cause issues, right? So the Mustang has the shortest wheelbase compared to both the Challenger and the Camaro. Challenger is actually quite a bit bigger. And then of course the Camaro, I think, is like 3.5 or 4 inches longer as well. So, the wider the wheels, typically the more stable the car. And then of course the Mustang is also very light at 3,600 pounds compared to say like a Challenger of equal trim, i.e., a Mustang 5.0 versus a Scat Pack. The Scat Pack is 600 to 700 pounds heavier. That is a lot. So the Challenger tends to feel a lot more stable when you drive it. That's a function of wheelbase and weight. So, maybe that has something to do with it. Because I can vouch for the fact that the Mustang does seem to want to come around just a little bit easier and get out of shape a little bit quicker than both the Camaro and the Challenger do. So there is something to that, and maybe it has something to do with the traction control system they put in the Mustang as well. It's a hard topic to tackle, but at the end of the day, most of it is fueled by social media, and there are no statistics to back it up, but that's the truth of it. So anyway, paid 10 grand over for my King Daytona. So Michael has a King Daytona on the way. Wow. Good deal. Let's see here. How many Challengers are going to be in 2023, including the ones for normal people? Well, you can go on the horsepower locator and find that out, actually. But it breaks it down. It doesn't break it down by total number, but I think it does actually break it down by dealership. So if you're willing, you have to be willing to travel for the 2023s, guys, to get the right deal. You got to work with your dealerships, get your orders in early, and then just be patient. That's the recipe. So anyway, let me look and see. So why did so many Mustangs crash? Hopefully you guys watched that driver mod. That definitely has something to do with it. The pricing on the special editions and allocations, I just talked about that. That's another video I put out. Basically where all these things are going to go. Top 500 dealerships get special editions. If you're not a top 500 dealership in terms of sales volume for the past 12 months, you don't get any. And that's a bummer. So, find you a top 500 dealership if you want a special edition car, and then work with them. Hopefully they give you MSRP. And my advice is, if they don't buy it from them. That's my thing. So shakedown for 20,000 over good. I would not pay anything over sticker because I just don't think they're worth it. But that's me. It's up to the individual. I think it's wrong to pay over sticker for any car. I don't think they should be able to do it. So anyway, also guys, here's another thing I want to talk to you guys about. I'm 50 minutes in. No over sticker if you can, please. Yes, says 3D Project. I agree 100%. So I put out 2 videos, and I did something different. And I told you guys I would. You guys, I asked you guys on a live. I said, look, do you want to see me do like older cars? And you guys said yes. I definitely want to see you guys review older cars. At least most people said that. So I went out and I found a couple of really cool older cars. I found a 91 Formula Firebird, basically a lot like the Knight Rider car. I put that video out yesterday. The big issue with that video is that nobody watched it. It was literally the worst video that I have put out in like 2 years in terms of just viewership. Like, nobody wanted to watch it. And so I may not do older cars anymore, guys. I hate to say that, but these videos, I put just as much effort into them. I feel like the video itself was really good, but you guys just don't care. You guys just don't care to watch it. And maybe some of you guys did watch it, but the vast majority of people out there I got no viewership on that video at all. And I thought it was a cool video, but I guess there's just not a lot of interest in those older cars. I also put another one out about an awesome car. It was a 64 Chevelle Malibu SS with an LS3 engine in it, a Tremec 6-speed. Oh my gosh, what an amazing car that was to drive. And what a great car. I mean, the LS3 made into a Tremec with that shifter in it was just really, really good. And the car drove immaculate. It sounded like it just rolled off the showroom floor, and it was a 1964 Resto Mod. Interior was perfect. But you guys, once again, that video did awful. And I'm really bummed. Aaron says he watched it and watched the Knight Rider. So Aaron, thank you for watching. I really appreciate that. Let's see, I think you have to go with meaner cars maybe. I don't know, I mean, the 64 had like 500 horsepower and it was done perfect. So, and here's the weird thing. I put out a Trans Am video, right, about the 98 Trans Am. That video was awesome. Like, everybody watched that video. A lot of people really liked it. And then all the other old car videos that I've done have just absolutely tanked. The Camaro SS, like the 2002 Camaro SS, nobody watched it. And then the last 2 that I put out, nobody watched them. And so, I don't know, guys. I don't know if it would, if I should quit putting them out and just focus on other things. I have to start seeing some, it's hard to spend a long time filming and editing a video and then like the people just don't care. They don't watch it at all. And so it's kind of like, what's going on? What did I do wrong here? So anyway, do one of the Cobras. Yes, that was actually on my agenda. I was going to film the Cobra instead of the Malibu, and they couldn't get it to start. Unfortunately, somebody left the ignition on one of the AC Shelby Cobra replicas, and I couldn't drive it. It was the orange one, which was awesome. That is an awesome car. So maybe I still will. Roy says he likes old school, and Roy, of course, a longtime supporter of the channel. But I don't know, guys. I'll have to really debate. Eric says, let's see, I love your classic muscle car views. Well, guys, we got to get more people to watch them because it's like, you hate putting videos out when nobody watches them. I mean, I still like doing the content, but so I don't know. I'll have to just think hard about it. I'm glad that the guys that saw the videos really liked them, and that's the good news for me. When are you going to start racing again, says Dub D. So I'm hoping soon. Actually, I did mention that earlier. You may have caught the live a little bit later, but I did. I've got a few things to do to the car. I need new tires. I've got something else to put in the car. I want to get the 2-step activated, and then we'll get back to racing. And then I got to go check out this drag strip. So it's on the agenda, guys. It just might take me a little while longer to get going with it. So we'll see. AC Cobras are badass. The Sarp Night, they most definitely are. I know my man, Not You. I haven't seen him in the live tonight, but I think he is interested in actually buying one of those. those. He wanted me to take a look at it. Let's see here. You're all shook up. He says, yo, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. Let's see here. Like, share, subscribe to Sovereign Knight. Absolutely, guys. I really appreciate it. 55 minutes in. Let me see. What else have I put out there? So I put all that stuff. Let's see. RAM SRT, government. I think I've talked about most of what the content that I put out recently. Now, I did have a couple other subscribers reach out to me about me doing a review on their car, and I'm starting to get into more and more of the subscriber-based cars that I think are pretty cool, and I just want to do more of that. So I still have the convertible Challenger Scat Pack. I want to get that video for you guys. I'm hoping, I was going to actually shoot that a couple of weeks ago. It didn't work out, but hopefully soon I can get you that one. Also, another subscriber reached out and said that they had a Hornet RT out there. Hopefully they get it relatively soon. It'll probably be early next year, be my guess, but I'll get that as soon as it comes in for you guys. Also, the Hellcat swapped Power Wagon. Somebody sent me their build on that, and they want to come down, have me review it. That'll be a cool one. A Hellcat Power Wagon, and we know it comes with a 6.4, but a Hellcat is next level. So that's kind of a neat swap to me. That would be a fun one. Also, more racing content I want to do. Guys, I've not had any time to work on my website, so I apologize because I want to get my website up and running so I can start getting really neat merch. And I've kind of put that on the back burner just a little bit, but it's still very much front of mind. But I've just got a lot going on right now, guys. So that's the truth of it. Yes, I want to get you guys some hats, some special edition hats. I'm still looking into it, but I want to have a way to get them to you guys. And so I'm looking at different vendors for those. And I don't know if I want to do all the shipping myself. Those of you guys that I've shipped stuff to, you guys know I take forever to get you guys the stuff. So I'm so sorry that it takes me so long to get that stuff out. If I had a third party, then yeah, it would be faster. But I do have my RacerX store up right now on Teespring, so it's below all my videos. You guys will see a link to it. If you want to buy RacerX merch, you can go there and buy that right now. But I want to get more special edition stuff that they don't necessarily offer. Some special edition polos, some stuff that I think you guys, and if you guys have a suggestion for what you think would be cool for merch, let me know. I think like hats, polo shirts, not just t-shirts, but like some other stuff. You know, I think that would be kind of cool as well. And maybe just give you guys some different looks at some stuff, because I think I could you know, give you guys some really neat looking merchandise. I just have to work with the right vendor. So Dragman is taking off on us, guys. So let's see here. What else did I have to talk to you guys about? Let's see. I think I pretty much hit most of my high points. So let me get a few. I'm going to get a few more comments in, guys, before we jump off tonight. Let me look here. And guys, if I missed your comment, I'm so sorry. I try to get. I try never to miss the super chats, and I just have a lot of other stuff. Let's see. Just Larry saying that's cool. Saw that. I'm going to start jumping down from there. Let's see here. Got muscle cars in the past few years ago, says Damien. I'm going to jump down. 3V Project likes the 1970 Challenger. I fully agree. Great car. Let's see who else. James Roger. Hello. Let's see. You just made the day for Ford wouldn't start. What? He's saying his Ford wouldn't start. I don't know. Hopefully you got it started. Let's see here. Richie saying hello. Ardell was in the house. I ordered my 22 Challenger Hellcat wide body. It took me 12 weeks to receive it. That's actually really not all that bad. The dealer gave me rebates and was treated awesome. I am really glad to hear that, Ardell. That is really good feedback. And I'm glad that they didn't gouge you on the price. Imagine that, right? Good stuff. Joe K, would there be a fire sale on leftover 2022 since Dodge is drumming up the demand for 23s? Nope. They just don't have enough cars out there. All of the, now it's not just Dodge, guys. I mean, Ford and Chevy and everybody. I mean, look what's going on with the Z06 right now. I mean, nobody can get their cars. I mean, they're making almost none of them for 2022. So there's not going to be any sort of fire sale, but I will tell you this. The car market is starting to soften a little bit. You know, so it's hard. It's hard to say be patient when you know, like, at least if you're a Dodge fan, the 2023s are basically it for the Hemi-powered L cars. It's like, how do you be patient knowing that? But I think we will start to see car values hopefully taper off just a little. I think it's going to be more of a gradual thing. It's not going to happen overnight. But we'll see. I mean, interest rates are going like this, and they're trying to kind of stem that crazy demand right now. Those of you trying to buy houses right now, oh, oh man, it's tough. It's tough to buy things right now. Especially, you know, cars, homes, all the really expensive stuff. Interest rates are going up, and they're kind of hoping that by doing that, it will start to stem the demand to a degree so that supply can catch up. We will see. I feel like it's just, there's so many factors right now, guys. Really tough. Let me jump down and see who else we've got. Damien says 60 and 70 cars are in a week or something like this. This one, it would have to be right, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it's what I'm finding out is like, you know, I just have to, I don't know. With these old cars, they're hit or miss. I still want to do the supercharged C5 Z06 to see how many people watch that one, because I think that could be a really good one. I think there was a lot of following for that car. But we'll see. Let's see here. Anthony Carter says, oh, I missed the classic car video. Well, definitely go check it out. It's a good video. It's a lot of fun to shoot. Oh, let me see. Who else? Carrie Glock saying, sorry to say, how you going to get one of these otherwise? You talking about, Carrie, you talking about just the markups and stuff like that? You know, maybe you don't. You just got to find a dealership that refuses to gouge you, work with them on it, and that's where we are. It's just a shame, but I think that I think you're putting yourself in a bad situation. Oh, Carrie says yes. If you pay too much for these cars, guys, and the market softens, boy, you're putting yourself in a bad situation in terms of being upside down. The dealerships are making a killing on it, and it's just it's a shame. It's a shame. So you got to be very, very careful with this, paying over MSRP. Sometimes it works out, but if the market's going to soften, guys, if you don't time it right, you're going to end up eating a bunch of money that a lot of people can't afford to do. So You're All Shook Up says, stay with the 5.0. Yeah, some people have decided to do that as well. So let me look and see here. Who else? Brian saying on the older car vids, you should review older cars that have huge followings, ex-Terminator Mustang. So here's the thing, you mentioned that. It's kind of funny because I wanted to do a Terminator Mustang and they got one in that was very cool. But it was basically a race car. So it was that chameleon color. You remember that, the Terminator? But they turned it into like a legitimate race car. Had a turbo 400 in it, a big single turbo. There was very little of that car kind of left. I hate to say that, but I mean, it really wasn't a relatable street car. Now, had it been a relatable street car, I think a Cobra video would be one to look at. I think it would be cool. So there's still a couple I want to try out. If I do a lot more of those and they continue to bomb, then I'll probably quit filming older car videos. But I don't know, guys. The Cobra, the Z06, maybe the AC Shelby Cobra replica. I actually have a write-up on that car right here. It's huge. And I was going to film it, as I mentioned, but I didn't get to do it. But I hope I do. I hope I get to do that one for you guys and just to see. But yeah, if I do like 4 more videos and they all bomb, guys, I'm probably going to quit filming older car content. But you never know. Maybe I'll put them out and people will start watching them and it'll reinvigorate my enthusiasm for doing those types of videos. So let me look and see. I don't think I missed any of you guys' super chats. I think I'm caught up on that. So Tom says, do you have any news on the TRX when they stop production on them? Nothing. Ram has been pretty quiet, guys. Now, I will probably get a lot more information while I'm at Sema next week. And I really hope that I can give you guys a lot more information on what's going on with Ram. Are they going to continue? I'm guessing 2023 for Ram is going to be it too. But I'll see what I can find out because I feel like maybe we're going to get some new stuff from Jeep. Ram is certainly out there, and then of course we know from Chrysler. Maybe Chrysler will throw us a bone and throw us something cool. We know we've obviously got the 300C coming out with the 6.4 again. I think that is cool, but the numbers are super low. I mean, they're already sold out. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. You know, the future of Mopar and Stellantis in general. I feel like Stellantis is stable, but Mopar and Dodge, maybe even Ram. Ram I feel like is pretty stable. Dodge is the muscle car segment, and that is the muscle car kind of group. And I worry about Dodge a little bit. Maybe it'll all pan out fine. I think every one of the 2023s they're going to sell. and there's a huge demand for them. When the Banshee first comes out, love it or hate it, the demand will be insane for that car. So we'll see. I mean, you know, I feel like Dodge has a good handle on it. I think it's it's kind of like rolling the dice and seeing how they land. No pun intended, obviously going to Vegas tomorrow, but you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. I'll be honest with you. If Dodge was going to call me up and say, listen, RacerX, we want you to drive a Banshee and showcase it on your channel for the next 6 months, you better believe I'm going to be driving the ever-living garbage out of that car and just seeing what it will do, just because I think that would be cool. Regardless of whether you hate EVs or not, I'd be putting that thing through its paces. Full burnout mode or drift mode or whatever the hell. Like, I'm gonna rock that thing. I don't care. Am I gonna pay 150 grand for one? No. Nope, not happening. So yeah, my man OC Motivator. Let's see you at Sema, dude. I'll be there Tuesday through Friday. So there you go, guys. So there is a potential collab opportunity with my man OC Motivator. We've been trying to get that in for like 3 years. It's been a while. So that's great news. So he'll be there Tuesday through Friday, and so will I. I will actually be there Tuesday through Thursday. As I did mention, I'll be easy to track. Thank you for the super chat, buddy, by the way. I'll be at the MagnaFlow booth at 3 p.m. on Thursday, so that is one place you guys will definitely find me. Otherwise, I'll be wandering around all over SEMA. So we'll see how that goes. My man Aaron, I will be buying a Banshee 100%. So there's our man Aaron, who, you know, he's a muscle car guy. He wants the Banshee. So that's what I'm saying, guys, is that even though a lot of us hate it, I think there's enough curiosity out there to where they're going to sell 1 billion of those things. They won't sell 1 billion. They'll sell as many as they make, and probably, you know, for pretty expensive. So we'll see, guys. We will see. I mean, I would love to see Dodge on their EVs start to go to the same thing that Ford did. I'm going to ask, if I get a chance, I didn't get a chance to ask that of Tim and Bob and all those guys when I was up there. But if I see them again and I can pin them down again, I mean, they asked my opinion about the Banshee, all that kind of stuff. We talked, but I didn't bring up the dealer markup thing. It just wasn't the right time and place, but that will come. And I will see what I can find out more of. I mean, we talked about it, but it was just a very glancing, very high 10,000 foot level conversation. But guys, I will continue to push. I promise you. I will continue to do what I can because I want to see more of these cars get in the hands of people like me, people like you, the 99.5% of people that want these cars, not because they're some commodity to be traded, but because they just like cars and they make them, you know, these cars, they're not practical. We buy them because they make us happy. And that is the biggest thing for me. And, you know, and I just hate that so many of you guys, my loyal subscribers, the people that I know, everybody's being priced out of the market. It sucks. So anyway, guys, I'm really doing this not so much just for me, but for you guys too. And so I need everybody's support with it. Let's see. Look at Black Ghost 426, just hammering it in there. He said he just said love RacerX. Buddy, thank you so much. So, Black Ghost 426, are you actually getting a Black Ghost? I would love to know the answer to that. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, buddy. I really appreciate that. That was really unexpected. Let's see here. What's our next in? That's the legendary owner of the Black Ghost, y'all. Wait a minute, is it? You know what? Now that I look at that screen name, that does make sense to me. And you know what? I think I've seen him before, and he's right. How cool is that? Special appearance by my man. Check that out. That is super cool, guys. I mean, that's the OG Black Ghost. How cool. I love it. So anyway, did they do the Black Ghost justice with their rendition of the new Hellcat Black Ghost? Did they do the car justice? Should it have had a 426? I mean, here you go, guys. So anyway, thank you for the super chat and the support. I think that is fantastic. That is awesome stuff there, guys. Let's see here. Let me look and see I want to check the comments here, guys. That's cool. Actually, I think he's chimed in on here before. I'm positive of that. So, because he, you know, I think this is cool though. So let's see here. Some people say the Banshee's not for them. I'm checking all the comments right now. There it is, Black Ghost. So Sovereign Knight put the link up there for us, guys. Very cool stuff. And yeah, thank you again for the support, guys. That was neat. Let's see here. I do enjoy your content. Keep it up, says Just Larry. Let's see. CB Turbo 72. The Black Ghost should have been a 426 and a yep. Let's see here. I'm enjoying watching your comments right now, guys. So this is cool. So anyway, so huge shout out to you guys for being so generous on the live tonight, man. It's been a really good one. So. And then we had a couple of really cool folks pop in here at the end. Black Ghost 426, the OG popping in. That's great. Obviously, our man OC Motivator, who we're going to see in Sema. That is cool. So I can't wait to bump into him. So there you guys go. Maybe we'll finally get a collab in here in the next few days. So be on the lookout for that. And then, of course, 3V Project jumping in tonight. All my mods are here tonight. I mean, I've got a bunch of really good folks in here tonight. So really good live tonight, guys. It's been a little low key, but it's been perfect. So anyway, let me check a couple other comments here. Let's see. Yeah, that is cool. So anyway, guys, I want to reiterate real quick. I'm going to blast through this, and then I have one more quick thing to tell you guys. 141 thumbs up. We almost got to 150, guys. I don't know, maybe we get a few more before we actually jump off here. The Black Ghost is awesome, says Ardell. Absolutely. My buddy Demonology had a perfect replica of that car. Matter of fact, I think my buddy Not You has one. I don't know. It's Summer Night. I can't. Some of you guys showed me a couple of the replicas, but they. Demonology had a perfect replica when we were in Michigan of the Black Ghost car too. That was signed, and I thought that was pretty neat as well. So anyway, I think we did run into each other there at the show at the Roadkill Nights and also Speed Week. So that was cool. But anyway, Mopar guys, you know, lots of content coming up on Mopar. I'll still do that. I'm still going to get some more Mustang content, still more racing content. It's all coming down the pipe, guys. A special build. Stay tuned for that. It's still right here. I'm still working on the website. So there's a lot going on there. One more like and we're at 150. We're going to get there, guys. I know it. So at any rate, Sema, I will be there leaving tomorrow night. It's a long flight from Florida, but I will be there first thing on Tuesday morning. And it should be a fun one. Ardell's saying good night. And guys, watch my channel for the next 4 or 5 days because there's going to be content coming out like crazy. I can't wait to bring you guys all sorts of new stuff. Some stuff's going to be unexpected. There'll probably be some unexpected collabs. Watch my Instagram as well. Pay very close attention to the channel, guys, because like I said, it's going to be a lot of fun. So be there. If you're at SEMA, make sure you go to the MagnaFlow booth at 3 o'clock. Check out some of the old content I put out, guys, or this new content about old cars. The 91 Firebird, that Malibu that I just put out. Great reviews. They were a lot of fun. Also, check out the one I put out today about the 7th edition Hellcat, why it's going to be so hard to get. I've got a lot of new content coming down the pipe for the next several weeks. I have all sorts of stuff planned. Go check out Dodge's horsepower locator as well. It's a pretty neat tool. Be very proactive if you want a 2023, guys. I've told you guys many times. Call around, find the right deal. Work with your managers. Don't just work with the salespeople. Talk to the managers and you know, make a rapport with the dealerships to get your deals, guys. And then go sign the petition, my petition. If you haven't done it yet, please go do it. Please help support me and the channel, but help support your other car enthusiasts. I need everybody to go sign that, and it would be really, really helpful. The more people we get, the better off we're going to be. The more complaints that the Federal Trade Commission gets, the more traction they have. And things are starting to move, guys. Behind the scenes, you're starting to see some of the other companies, you know, trust me, guys, they know it's an issue. The dealer markup is an issue, but they know, and it's going to be slow, but we'll just have to continue moving in the right direction. So we'll stay the course. Anyway, guys, it's been a fun one. I'm tired. Got a long flight tomorrow to Las Vegas. Stick with me on all that. I'm going to be hopefully bringing you guys some lives, lots of content, all sorts of fun stuff. Hopefully a lot of cool pictures with some celebrities and stuff like that. And we'll see how it goes. Don't forget to reach out to me on Instagram if you guys have questions, comments, video ideas, all that sort of stuff. RacerX Official on Instagram. I'm easy to find. And otherwise, guys, I've got to end this one. I'm getting tired, as I mentioned. Last thing, like I always tell you guys, it is a crazy world out there. I mean, geez, I can't even watch the news anymore, guys. But just remember, we're all a big car family. Be kind, be courteous to everybody around you. Be patient. It's so easy to get pissed off and road rage, and you never know what people are going through. Hold your families tight. Make sure you keep your priorities in line. And guys, we will all be okay. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming and watching me live, being here with me tonight. If you're watching on replay again, no biggie, we'll catch you on the next one. And guys, I need to sign off. So I hope everybody has a great night, and we'll see you in Las Vegas.